What's up, my dudes? My name is Spencer Turley, and this is some MX versus ATV Reflex track review action here, boys. So we got us some rhythms for days, I'm pretty sure is the name of it. So got some palm trees and ocean off to the side. So you dudes know I'm all over this kind of stuff for sure. So I guess it's kind of like a straight rhythm, but it's like a down back straight rhythm kind of vibe going on. So pretty cool. I don't know what the deal is with everybody wanting to make a bunch of like straight rhythms and square rhythms and circle rhythms and pentagon rhythms and all this kind of stuff all of a sudden. I guess it's just like that time of year where the Red Bull straight rhythms going on, so everybody's wanting to make a bunch of tracks like that. I'm not really sure, but once you get into like that pentagon and octagon rhythm range, you pretty much just got a normal supercross track at that point, so but this is a pretty cool track right here. It's kind of like you're on an island, so really cool vibe. I've actually made a track like this on MX Simulator. Never released it. I made it a long time ago, and I actually lost it. But I'd had this exact vibe kind of in my head. Not like as far as the straight rhythm. Oh my goodness, what a crash. Not really like the straight rhythm vibe, but as far as like just having a track on a tiny little island like this, I had that in my head a long time ago. But what I did different with the track that I made is I made it more like where in between the jumps, it was like you had water, and then you had water all around you. So every time you landed, it was on a different island. I kind of had that on a track before, so a little bit different from what I had thought on the track that I had for Simulator, but still kind of the same vibe going on, so it's pretty cool. He's this guy that makes these tracks, he's definitely got the the palm tree and the ocean, the Hawaii kind of vibe going on a lot of his tracks, so that's pretty cool. So but this is actually, I don't know, man, this is a really fun track for sure. It's got some cool rhythms, but if you mess up in a rhythm, you're screwed for the whole straightaway, so you just got to make sure you're on point, so this right here, oh man, landed in a wheelie. I didn't know what the heck I was doing there, but you can leap all the way to that one. It's like a tabletop kind of thing going on right there. It's pretty tough to leap all the way to it, but if you crash and get reset, you might as well just quit because you're not going to win no race if you don't keep your rhythm going. So this is one of those tracks. It's not really dangerous. Your jumps aren't like super dangerous or anything. It's just it's just like if you screw up, it's going to screw you hardcore for like a race situation or something like that. You're going to lose so much time. So but they're really not like hard jumps or anything. It's not like they're really peaked. You just got to make sure you're staying in that rhythm. So but that simulator track I was talking about, where I was talking about it like you jump from island to island, I'll probably end up making like another version of that again, and then I'll probably end up releasing it eventually. But so I had it like when I very first got simulator, and I ended up losing it because I think I don't know what I did. I got like a new computer or something, and I think I ended up losing that track. But yeah, I had it all built and everything. This just kind of reminds me of it. Because I've not really thought about it in a long time. It's pretty cool how this track is. Like it's just a small, very small, long island. So and that track I'd made, it was like I was saying, it had the water in between. That's the only difference. It was still a really small island like this, but like between every jump, it was like you had water in between. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, so this is a pretty fun track. It's definitely tricky. Definitely got to know what the heck you're doing on some of these rhythms. I obviously don't. So make fun of me all you want, boys, because I don't even play Reflex anymore. So every time I get back on here, it's like trying to relearn it, but still a lot of fun. And I've never really got the PC version of Reflex really down packed. I don't know if some of you guys have probably been playing the PC version forever because of the custom tracks and everything, but I have not had the PC version for very long at all. So I mean, I've had it for a little while. I just hadn't really like sat down and played it. I've been all on Simulator. So but Reflex is cool. It's pretty cool how a game is still relevant like this when it came out so long ago. That goes to show you, like, this was a definitely a golden game for show. They just need to make a Reflex 2, and I think everybody will be happy. But anyways, that would just be fun. But once you start playing Simulator, I know this sounds crazy, but I'll still go back and play Reflex here and there. But once you get on a game like Simulator, and then you get on Reflex, you're like, why am I even playing this? It's like I could be doing all this and more on Simulator. It's I I don't know, man. Simulator is definitely one of those games that opens your eyes as far as like motocross games and stuff. It just makes you go, man, all this other crap don't even come close, ain't even in the same ballpark, you know? And that takes a lot for me to say that about Reflex, because Reflex is that way with pretty much every other motocross game, you know what I'm saying? Reflex is the boss. Like, you don't touch Reflex when it comes to motocross games, but Simulator's on a whole different, it's like on a whole another legendary motocross game level. You just can't compare Simulator to anything else. Can't even compare it. Not even close, man. It's Simulator's a special game, but I was diehard on Reflex, man. I played this like probably way more than I should have, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and definitely PC version is still coming out with custom tracks a lot, so that's always cool. And yeah, just always cool when you get a Hawaii vibe track for sure too. So I'm gonna give this track a solid. I'm gonna give it a. I've got to give it a 10 overall. I mean, it's got the vibe. It's got its own vibe. You know, it's some of the rhythms. You know, you got your rhythm sections are cool. It's not just like a super, super high 10, but I still got to give it a 10 because everything's built well. And there's my crazy crash on that dragon's back. But yeah, fun track for sure. Everything looks good. So I'm going to say the difficulty is hard. It's not like Pastrana difficulty, simply because, see, your jumps and stuff aren't really typical to what I would think a supercross track would be for this game. They're a little more like mellowed down. And the reason he did that is so that when you're going through there hauling butt, you can actually kind of get in a rhythm, and it's not like you're flying over like 6 jumps, 8 jumps in a row. You know, that's the reason he built it like that. But so it kind of keeps you slowed down, so it just feels like you're hitting a normal supercross rhythm throughout the whole track. Because if it wasn't, you'd be like skying like 300-foot, you know, 10 jumps. Like, you'd be doing stuff like that. So so what that means is that your rhythms aren't that peaked, so it's not really like that hard. It's not there's not that much risk involved. But as you see me rolling down, not very much risk involved, boys. And there goes my bike rolling down the highlight reel. But no, fun track for sure. So 10 overall and hard difficulty. So anyways, I appreciate all you guys watching these videos, and I'll keep on making them. Thanks, guys.